far as hitting the outside jumpers?
We know that he's very capable shooter out there, and a lot of times teams are going to try and pick and choose and try and play percentages. And they feel if they play Johnny down there one-on-one, 75 to 80% of the time he's going to make a play down there, and it's going to be positive for us. If we go down and double, they certainly have to pick who they're going to double off of, and sometimes that is Hickey, and he certainly has the ability to make them pay with the long ball or penetrate and shoot floaters.
You got through the first half with the zone and basically no foul problems. Second half, I feel like let's play man, jack up the aggressiveness. We need us to be on both ends of the jack so the energy will go up.
Well, they did a great job of controlling the tempo early on. They were executing their offense, I thought, pretty good there in the first half. And we struggled. I thought if we went man-to-man, we were going to have to make sure that they played over length. We would have an opportunity to guard them, getting into them, and just wanted to mix it up, take them out of a rhythm. Once we did that, we felt like we were playing better. We only allowed them to shoot about 35%, I think, in the second half. So we mixed it up a little bit. Played a little bit of zone, not as much, but man-to-man was, I think, we were more constant playing that and benefited from it in the second half.
They came out and really made sure that Johnny Jordan had no easy buckets inside the paint. How important was it for Anthony and Andre to, hit those outside shots and stretch them out a little bit?
Big shots for both of those guys. They're very capable. Andre comes off the bench and plays big for us in terms of his numbers and knocking down shots. His field goal percentage is high. I think he was shooting over 50% in league play from the three-point line, and the defense know that. And they don't allow us or don't want to allow us to get the ball inside. And when they do, they send a double. Addison, Jordan's ability to dive, catch, and finish at the rim, they try to take him away. So we have some opportunities to pass it out of the double team, and our guys have done a good job of executing those plays when they catch it.
What stuck out to you as far as the perimeter defense? Sometimes it seemed like they just, without really any effort, got into the lane pretty easily.
Well, I tell you, you have to watch those guys. They're extremely quick. Dennison, that's how he scores. He's excellent. He uses left hand, find driving lines. They've done a great job of making sure that they strip the weak side help, and it's tough to get to him to the rim in terms of blocking shots. He's averaging about 10 free throws a game, and it's because he's capable of getting to the rim, finishing, if not finishing, drawing fouls in playing. He had 19, I think, at the half. We did a great job for the most part in the second half of trying to contain him, and that's one of the reasons we went man and wanted to stay in front of him. But at the same time, we still got enough. We got away and scored, I think, 10 more points there after the half. But they've got a good scoring team. I think those guys are second and third in the league in terms of scoring, and they get their opportunities and they run their offense. They're patient and they execute.
How much has Jarrell learned the nuance of finding the flow of the game and when he needs to assert himself in the first half? He gave you 8 points during a key stretch that would seem to be okay settling back in defending, doing what he needed to do on the glass. Has he figured out the nuance of the game, the flow?
Well, I think what's good about Jarrell, he takes what they give him. He has the ability to shoot the three. He can find driving lines and get to the basket as well and draw fouls. And we love it that he's capable of mixing it up. It's 6'8.5", 6'9", player out there that can play out there on the perimeter with the strength, size, and quickness that he has. A lot of time it's a matchup problem for him, and I think he did a great job of making decisions tonight.
And teams combined for 2 free throw attempts in the first half and 59 in the second. What accounts for such a huge difference?
Well, we felt playing the zone would help us, and generally it keeps us out of foul trouble. I think we only had 1 foul, and that was against Johnny there in the first half. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It's not always the case. We tried to play a little bit of zone to start off. We didn't do a great job of it in our last outing. Tonight, we made them play up over top of us, and we were able to rebound out of it. And at the same time, we weren't as aggressive going to the ball. They did a great job of doubling down. We had to settle for jump shots there in the first half, and so we weren't taking the ball at the rim, and they didn't have to foul as much either. So second half, I think both teams were a little bit more aggressive. Their fouls stacked up late in the game because they were trying to foul to get back in the game, or playing the foul game, trying to score, foul, and I think that's where they racked up most of their fouls late.
You mentioned the switch from the zone to the man, but did you ever tell your team, to play a little more reserved after what happened with Georgia with the fouls?
No. We want to make sure that we do a better job. That was just one of those nights that some calls were made, and we've got to make sure that we continue putting ourselves in the right position and challenging there at the rim. And now, if the game has been called a certain way, what we've got to do as a basketball team is make sure that we're able to adjust. And that's growth in terms of a team. If you see they're called a certain way, there are some things that you have to do to make some adjustments to be able to prevent that. And as our team grows and as we get better, we will learn and get better from that. But I don't want them to be overly cautious in terms of trying to defend and giving people as easy scoring opportunities.